What's up, guys? Just Chike coming at you in the morning time. At the end of the video, right now, my room's a mess, and in a little bit, I gotta go get my OCPs on and get to class and do what I gotta do. This is kind of out of the ordinary for me to make a video in the morning. I might not even edit this. I might not even add no music. I might just post this. And I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to really complete this video because it's gonna be kind of long. And I got like 2 other videos on my phone that I've yet to edit and post on my channel. I've not been posting on my channel, as you can see. Partially because, you know, I'm just focusing on other things. And also, like, I'm busy. I'm just a busy dude. Still making gains in the gym, still growing, still improving a lot. I got my lunch down, my breakfast down, my sleep down, my supplements down. Real quick, I'm gonna show you the supplements I take. I do maca root, all right? And then I take sea moss. I take some sea moss. And you know, the defect here, they cook. But what I eat, I like to mix rice with boiled eggs because I like the boiled eggs rather than powdered eggs that they have here at the defect. Sometimes they have like regular eggs, but like, you know, you gotta stand in line and wait for them to cook it in front of you and stuff like that. So, and I'd be on the go. I do that rice, and then I have a biscuit with some grits, and then some sort of protein. So like they have corned beef hash, which I don't think is like the best, and you know, sausage. So I'll mix all that stuff up together and just eat it. The best way to like get calories in. Mix your shit up, bro. Just mix your shit up, and then I have like fruit and granola and walnuts, all in a bowl of milk, and I just eat that down. You know, but I don't even eat a whole lot, and I'm getting my calories in. The calories you eat does make a difference in how you perform in the gym. So with that being said, give me 1 second. But today I want to have a long video conversation about women. Not necessarily how to get them, or it's gonna cover a multitude of topics. Just stick around. There's not really a set subject about this, but the title's probably gonna catch you. And of course, I want to make the title relevant. So I don't really have a set subject in mind about what this video is going to be about specifically, as far as like a set topic, but here we go. So just a little background story about what's been going on. I've been pretty abundant, not gonna lie. Like I've had a rotation of 4, if not 5 women. You know, I'm not even gonna call it a rotation anymore because I don't even know what that means anymore. It's more so just like I've been intimate with a number of women and have retained that consistently for a month or so now. And you know, the ultimate trait that a guy can harness to have that will first be physically attractive. I've realized that I'm fairly physically attractive. My body and my face, how I take care of my facial hair, my voice, but you have to have attitude. I've seen guys that could pull paint off of walls, all right? I've seen guys that could command the creatures of the sea if they wanted to, all right? And pause, I'm not gay. I just know attractive men when I see it. Their personality is so weak. They're so inconfident. Sometimes you can get away with it, but they're so inconfident that it's just like they fumble everything. They fumble every bag they get. They fumble, and I used to be one of them. I've always been this attractive, but your personality has to come with it, and the personality is someone who's just non-needy and confident. Stuff tastes like Matrix food. You ever seen the Matrix when they eat that food? This stuff does not taste good, but 2 tablespoons of this is what you need. And, you know, I recommend all guys who ain't hit that phase yet, where they're pulling and getting all these things, because I really believe that, like, success just compounds, because, like, even yesterday, I got into this situation where, like, this chick just hit me up out of nowhere, and we hung out, but that's a weird situation. I'll tell you that, but I'm not gonna get into that too much. But being non-needy, being confident, and it took me a minute to get to that point. You have to have stoicism, a sense of this thing that I have. First of all, you have to understand how women think, female nature. All right, you have to understand that. That's first and foremost. Forget confident. Understanding female nature will lead you to non-neediness. Non-neediness will lead you to confidence. And that's, at least in my life, it did. And I read books. I listened to audiobooks. I read physical copies of books. I read books about masculinity. Because I really wanted this shit. Like, I struggled so hard with it. And I really wanted it so bad. And, like, right now I'm at a point where it's like, I still appreciate it. I don't want this ability to go away. But I'm not tweaking, scratching my head. I'm more so concerned about paying my bills. I mean, not my bills, but like my debts, because I don't have bills no more. I'm in the military. Paying off my college debts. Working out, getting stronger. Pressing more weight on tricep extension. Running a quicker mile and a half time, which I did achieve. I cut a minute off that motherfucker, yes sir. Doing things with my life and just more concerned about my life. And there's a dark side to abundance. There's a dark side because, you can be casual with a good number of women, but one thing guys must know is that, sorry, I'm doing like vocab shit right now. Hold on. One thing guys must know is emotions are always involved. Like, there's no such thing as no strings attached. Like, if you non-needy, the greatest lesson is that if you're non-needy and you're attractive and non-needy and nonchalant and you're chill, you got that person, now you got your confidence. Like, they're gonna like you. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They're gonna like you. Now, women are tricky because they don't always go for the ones that they actually like, and they don't always make it obvious. Like, I know women that think I'm attractive, and for the sake of their pride, they're not gonna talk to me because I've done them dirty. Not on purpose, but I've done girls dirty. I have. And you can't expect to rectify that. At least I don't right now. You have to have the ability to just walk away from stuff. You have to have that pride in yourself too, to know the juice ain't worth the squeeze. The juice just ain't worth the squeeze. And with that being said, abundance comes to its detriments, because when you get to a level of abundance, I'm not gonna act like I'm goddamn on awesome denim. I'm not gonna act like I'm Tony Stark over here. I'm not. But it's like, having an excess of women is comes to my detriment. I'm less productive. They cause me to be less productive. They're an emotional hazard in your life, because you got this chick and her emotions are pretty much invested in you because you slept with her. And I don't know about y'all, but I do a pretty good job. All right, I'm just gonna be honest, I do, because you slept with her, so her emotions are invested in you, and so is this chick, and so was this chick, and then that chick, and for a fact that even though she knows you guys aren't a thing, even though she knows you're probably talking to other chicks, that she's upset and she's jealous and these things. And if you worry about that stuff, if you care about that stuff, it can mess with you. So that's the biggest challenge with, having abundance. And not only that, but managing to be able to give them time too on the weekends. Like, I know some girls, they don't see me for like 2 weeks because I'm chilling with somebody else every single weekend, and my weekdays are filled up, especially because I don't have my own place. I live on base. so I can't have people over all the time. So it's like, there's challenges to this. Like, be careful for what you wish for. Be careful for what you wish for, because once you get to that point, you could very easily slow down, you know? And I know a lot of guys really ain't shit. And I don't mean like they're dirty. I mean like a lot of guys are really weak and pathetic. A lot of guys, like, once you're attractive and you're not needy and you're actually truly masculine, they smell it on you. Like, they don't actually smell it on you. They sense it. Like, women are not stupid. They can see right through you for real. They can see right through you for real, for real. Like, I can never lie to a woman. That's why I live my life in a way that I don't lie. I don't lie. I just don't. I have lied before. I've tried to lie before to a certain woman, to certain women, but it's just like, lying in and of itself, and I didn't get away with it, by the way, of course. Lying in and of itself is a very weak and insecure act. It's weak and it's insecure because you're so scared of what the other person thinks that you're willing to contort your own value structure to please that person. You're bending your back for somebody else. That's called being weak. That's weak. So I just don't lie. You know, I have to tell women, yeah, I'm talking to other chicks. Yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You know, and if you want to block me, I can't stop you. That'll hurt, but I can't stop you. That's non-needy. Being non-needy is such a powerful skill, you know. And I'm thinking at the end of this video, if you care to drop down in the description of this video a couple books that I've read, you know, that have helped me, check it out. Check it out. But it takes a lot of self-awareness. The best way to actually level up is to be self-aware. Meditating does help, but you have to be self-conscious enough. And, you know, I did grow up in a pretty verbally and mentally abusive household. I did. And that taught me to be self-aware. You know, it taught me to be very self-aware. I was hyper aware of myself. Some people think too much about themselves in the wrong way. They think so much about themselves in a non-productive way. I know somebody who's just like this, and he's a bitch. He is a bitch. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. I can't really like respect him too much. Like, he just be, but I do respect him, but it's just like, he's who I was years ago, and I see it, and that's why I'm able to confidently say he is a bitch right now, because he's a simp. He's a super simp. And, you know, even though he's hyper aware of himself, he's hyper aware of himself in the most unproductive way. It's not like for the sake of improvement. It's not for the sake of, okay, this act that I'm about to do right here, this emotion I'm about to do right here, based on this information I've got, is not masculine. It's wrong. It doesn't align with the path that I'm trying to be on. Let me analyze this emotion right here so I can understand where it's coming from. Oh, it's because I want to prove myself to this person. Oh, it's because I'm insecure. Oh, it's because I feel like I'm worthless without women. So let me try and like do some inner work on myself to change that about me. You know, and I can't even sit up here and walk you through the journey I went through, because the journey I've been on has been battles, like every single day, no days off, you know. And that's just what people got to do. Some people are self-conscious in the most unproductive way, and you know, if you don't get in on the juice that's gonna help you with your life, if you don't get that, you're fucked as a man. I'm just, as a woman too, really, but as a man, like, you're definitely fucked. You're definitely fucked. And by that, I mean, you don't want to be the man who's never had a girlfriend until he's about mid-20s, and then he gets one, doesn't hit, gets married to her, and then gets divorced because of infidelity. I don't think I said infidelity. What's infidelity? Oh, adultery. I meant adultery. What the fuck is that word? What do I know that word from? Anyway, God, I bet you guys are going to have a hoot about that in the comments. But anyway, it's just like, you don't want to be that guy, because guess what? You're going to have to pay alimony. You're going to have to pay for a divorce. Your mental health is going to suffer. If you don't think that your mental health is the core structure of your performance as a human being, man or woman, I don't care what you are, you're wrong. And if you think that the opposite sex doesn't affect that, you're definitely for fuck's sake wrong. You are wrong. If you think women cannot destroy you, you're wrong. And that's why, men, y'all have to understand female nature. You guys have to. There is no choice. There is no choice. Do it. Y'all can sit up there and pretend, oh, I don't really care about, like, I've talked to this guy. I've talked to him before in person, and I've just been like, you gotta understand women. Like, go on YouTube if you got to. I went on YouTube. I read books. I did what I had to do. I got the information. I told him, get the information. Oh, I'm not struggling. But every time I see you complaining about some shawty. Every time I see you, you're getting the same results. Every time I see you, you're not getting no women, and you're depressed. And then on top of that, you just not gonna go to the gym. You don't go to the gym. You don't weight lift. You don't take the gym seriously. You don't take yourself seriously. You're the type of, you know what? If you're the type of person to complain about a problem and not work on it alone by yourself, you don't respect yourself and you don't take yourself seriously. Do you know why? It's because your own emotions cry out to you subconsciously or consciously in your mind every single day. You feel this negative wave of emotion about a certain problem. And guess what you do? You ignore it. You ignore it by not doing anything. You ignore it by going back to doing the same shit that puts you in the same hole that you've always been in. You know what you call that? You don't respect yourself. Because if you manifest that subconscious emotional anguish in corporal form next to you, and that motherfucker was complaining, and you ignored it, and you just doing your thing, just playing the game, just while that motherfucker is crying next to you, because either you don't got no money, you don't got no bitches, you don't got no love in your life, you don't have a social life, you don't have anything. If somewhere else were to see that situation going on, they would think, oh, that person doesn't care about that person at all. This kid is just crying in front of him. This person is just sobbing in front of him, and they just don't care. That's what you're doing to yourself. That's how I see it. That's exactly how I see it. And it's solving the problem. It's actually being productive towards those thoughts. Guys, if this video cuts out, I apologize. This is at 17 minutes. I understand it's very long. And I don't even know if I have enough storage because I had a terabyte phone that broke. And now this is like less than that. Guys need to learn how to really be men. I do too. I'm still struggling because we weren't really raised by men. We were raised by a society that teaches men to be not men, that rewards men to not be men. Because men, it's like I'm at the point I don't even care about being. My buddy told me something really important. He said, many people are trying to be the man. They're trying to be the guy that every chick is looking at. Oh, let me be a six-figure earner at 16. Doing what? How can I make six figures before I graduate high school? Like, for what? Like you selling drugs like Snowfall? Is that what you're trying to do? Like, focus on being a man instead of being the man. Focus on getting your mind right. Focus on putting together your identity first before you go ahead and do some goofy shit like that, for real. And if you manage it, go ahead. I'll be sure to salute you on the next magazine. But until then, figure your shit out. And I know this video was pretty tangented. I just hope there was value in it. But, points where abundance can be scary. Abundance can be scary. I know 2 girls that want to see me this weekend. I see about 2 every weekend. I'm not even gonna lie. And I don't even fucking mean to. 2 every single weekend. And it's not like I'm even bragging about it. It's just like, and another thing, if you even stuck around to listen to this video, you're not gonna win them all. There are a lot of them that I've let go. There are a lot of them that I don't pursue. There are a lot of them that just ghost me out of nowhere. I know why. It's because I did some foul shit on accident. But I ended up talking to this chick's friend on accident, like within the same week of me meeting her. So, that happened. And then I guess they collaborated and decided let's ghost him at the same time and see if he gonna act goofy. I didn't act goofy. And that's the other thing. Like, you must always value being respected by them rather than them liking you. I value a woman respecting me more than her liking me. And if you don't act goofy and chase like a goddamn goofball, which I didn't, after they ghosted me, I just let it be. They respect you. And I know that because every time I'm in the gym, they want to be in my vicinity. But I'm not going to go off of that. I'm not going to talk about that shit too much. This video is pretty long now. I'm probably going to end it here. There's so much more that I want to say. But, yeah, self-improve. I'm not really too fond of YouTubers, doing shit like this because I'm not no licensed therapist. I'm just a guy. But I do know that this YouTube helped me get better. I don't really watch YouTube that much for anything except for like meditation frequencies and on occasion when I do play the game, fucking walkthroughs and shit. But honestly, I don't even freaking touch my Xbox that much at all. This shit is dusty. But yeah, guys, work out. My greatest advice to you, if you're a young man, get your body right. You want to get girls, get a good body. Take care of your face. Learn how to groom, know how to dress, and learn female nature. Learn that shit. Don't take that shit for granted. You must know how they think because they know how you think. You have to. Because that will save your life one day. I don't care what nobody says. That shit will save your life. The wrong woman can kill you. She can put your life into the grave. And they do, and they will not care. They will not care. And they will know not what they do. Let's just put it like that. So anyway, fellas, catch on the flip. Stay strong, get swole. And I'll catch on the next one. Deuces.